everyone, I'm Katrina and today I have my September book haul, which is a bit of a big book haul. I have 17 books to show you today. Let's just jump straight into this. The first book that I do have to show you is actually one that I meant to show you guys a little while ago. I just kept forgetting to haul it because I put it on my bookshelf. I made a place for it ages ago because I have all the other books in the series except for this one, so I put it there and just totally forgot about it and forgot to haul it, and that is The Reptile Room by Lemony Snicket, the second book in the series of Unfortunate Events. Now I have the entire series of Unfortunate Events. Next I have a book that I received from a giveaway, which was really exciting because I participated in the Summer Biannual Bibliothon. Sorry, I got confused because it was like winter here, but summer in the States. And I also posted some of the video challenge videos, entering myself into those giveaways. And I actually won one of the giveaways, which was super exciting. So the book that I ended up winning was Echoes by Laura Tisdall, and this one was sent to me by Cassie, by Miss Sassy Cassie. This one is actually a signed book. So the main character of this one is a hacker. She's living a bit of a double life. She's a senior in high school by day, but by night she is hacker Echo 6, and she's breaking into some of the world's most secure systems. And I think she's a part of a network called The Forum, which kind of work together to expose like corruption and things like that, but then some of the other hackers start going missing. So that one sounds like it's going to be kind of suspenseful, really intriguing. I'm really looking forward to picking this one up, so hopefully I can get to it soon. The next books that I'm going to show you are the ones that I did buy this month. So I mean, it's not ridiculous. I only bought 4 books and only 3 of them are actually going onto my TBR pile, so it wasn't bad. It's just I went to the Allen and Unwin YA FanFest and they had like goodie bags and I won a prize bag, so that's why I have like a stupid amount of books this month. The first book that I got is Nevernight by J. Kristoff, and this is the UK hardcover with the amazing red sprayed edges, and it came signed, felt super special. And this one actually, the dust jacket actually does have a clear cover on it that is like easy to remove as well, but I'm just like, I'm gonna keep it on here for a little while because it'll protect this precious really well. Oh, how incredible is that? That's literally all that is on the actual physical hardcover of the book. I'm sure you guys have heard me talking about Nevernight a fair bit on the channel already. If you don't know what it is about, basically it follows Mia Corvier, who witnessed her father being executed on being convicted as a traitor, and she wants to take revenge, so she joins an assassin school. It's also really cool she can talk to shadows, which is really interesting. Undoubtedly one of my favorite books of the year, and I do plan on still doing a review of this book, don't you guys worry. I just have been I've had no time, basically. So that will come at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later. The next book that I got, I could not help myself. I included this in my list of most anticipated books for 2016 and I've been holding off buying it. And then I saw this hardcover in Kinokuniya. So when I did see this US hardcover, I was like, I'm taking it with me. And it's Truth Witch by Susan Dennett. So in this fantastical world, some people are born with, what is it called? A witchery, which is like a magical skill. And the main character of this, Sophia, is a truth witch. So she's able to tell when people are telling the truth, telling lies. And Sophia is friends with Iseult. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that, but Iseult is a thread witch. Basically that means that she's able to see and entangle the invisible ties that connect people together. Really interesting concept. The next 2 books that I picked up, it was at the YA FanFest. They were selling some of the books by the authors that were there, so I decided to pick a couple of them up because these are books that I have been wanting to pick up and read, and it was a good opportunity because I could also get them signed by the authors at the same time. The first one is Sabriel by Garth Nix. I actually don't know what this series is about, but I have heard that it's really good, and I absolutely loved the Keys to the Kingdom series when I was younger by Garth Nix. I got it signed, so feeling special. And the next book that I have is Sea Hearts by Margot Lanigan. Again, I was able to get that one signed, and again, I don't actually know too much about this, but the main reason why I wanted to pick this one up is because at Melbourne Writers Festival, Rainbow Rowell was talking about Sea Hearts and how much she loved it, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll pick it up. I just had a look at the first sentence on the blurb, which sounds kind of interesting, so I'm assuming this is kind of like a fantasy as well. So a sea witch discovers that she can draw a girl from the heart of a seal. Sounds really interesting and unique. I'm curious. And speaking of the YA FanFest, these are all of the books that I received at the event for free. So these 4 books, I believe, were all the ones that were included in the gift bags that were given away at the event. And this here is a signed series set that I won. Basically, they had golden tickets stuck under some random seats in the audience, and I had one of the golden tickets. So I won a prize pack and I picked this one, and it's really exciting. I'll show you in a second. Okay, so continuing on, the first book that I have is Bullet Catcher, Joaquin Low. So basically, bullet catchers are these outlaws who have this ability to deflect bullets with their hands, which sounds like a really useful skill. So this follows a character named Emma, who had once dreamed of becoming a bullet catcher with her brother Nico, but I think the bullet catchers have disappeared, and so has her brother. So she's kind of stuck in her position because walking through the desert is pretty deadly, when one day she sees a stranger catch a man's bullet and fling it back at him. So the bullet catchers are in fact still around, so I think she goes in search of them. I also got V is for Violet by Alison Rattle. This one sounds to be quite interesting. So it is set in the 60s in London, and the main character Violet, her long lost brother returns, and then girls start missing, and it turns out that they're being murdered, and then Violet's best friend disappears. So sounds like it's going to be quite an interesting mystery, almost thriller type thing. And the other one I picked up is Sophie Someone by Hayley Long. Reading the blurb on the back of this and the one that's provided on Goodreads, I'm still kind of confused, but maybe that's the best way to go into this. Maybe. I guess I'll find out. And the last thing that we got in our goodie bag is this Superproof. So basically it has some excerpts from some upcoming books. So it has excerpts from Cell 7, The 12 Days of Dash and Lily, The Graces, The Amateurs, Lizette's Paris Notebook, No Virgin, Frog Kisser by Garth Nix. Oh, that's exciting. He was giving away an arc of Frog Kisser at the event and I really wanted it, but I didn't get one. It looks so good. Things We Promise, Mad as Hell Fan Club, Gap Year and Ghost Town, Defy the Stars, Unearthed, that's by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, and Lifelike by Jay Kristoff. So I'm actually really looking forward to flicking through, having a sneak peek at some of the upcoming stories and seeing what takes my fancy. And now moving on to the prize pack that I won, and that is the Every Breath series by Ellie Marnie. I was lucky enough to receive all 3 of the books in this trilogy signed. Yay! And this is the golden ticket that I had. So Ellie Marnie is an Australian author, and I do believe that this is set in Australia as well, at least the first book anyway. I think this is like Sherlock Holmes inspired. We have the main character Rachel Watts, and then her neighbor James Mycroft. Mycroft is a genius with a passion for forensics, so I think this is a bit of a thriller mystery type thing, which sounds really cool. Oh my god, that has me so excited. I'll definitely have to pick this one up soon. And now moving on to the last set of books. These are the ones that I received for review this month. I only requested one of these books, the rest of them were sent to me unsolicited. So starting out with the book that I did request from the publisher, that is The Road to Winter by Mark Smith. This is from Text Publishing, and the main thing that drew me in is that there's like a dog sidekick in here, so I got really excited about that. So the main character Finn is a survivor. He survived the virus that wiped out pretty much all of his town, and ever since then there have been these 2 really violent gangs up north, and he's just trying to keep quiet, keep out of their way, when he finds a girl who's on the run and she's injured and she has a secret. So this one sounded really cool. Again, there's a dog in here, so I was like, oh, yes. This month I was also sent the Bad Decisions playlist by Michael Rubens. So this follows this guy named Austin, and a stranger arrives in town, and that stranger turns out to be his father, who turns out to be like a really well-known musician. And I think that Austin himself has actually always dreamed of being a musician. So this one sounds like it's going to be kind of interesting. This one sounds like it could be like really potentially hilarious or dramatic. I also received a copy of Swarm by Scott Westerfeld, Margot Lanigan, and Deborah Biancotti, and this is the second book in the Zeros series. I haven't read Zeros, but I was sent it for a review a little while ago, so I won't go into the synopsis about this one, but basically it's kind of about this group of kids called the Zeros, and they have powers, and one of the Zeros named Ethan has this ability. It's like an inner voice that tells people whatever they want to hear, which causes him a bit of trouble, especially when he's kind of in the middle of a bank robbery, which sounds kind of interesting. The last book that I have for review is The Best of Dear Coquet by, I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's anonymous. So basically the Coquet is actually a blog which people like send through anonymous questions, and in response they get really snarky responses. So I think that this is a bit of a collection of some of the submissions. Is it okay to talk to and fuck someone who is ugly when you are not? The response was, I don't know, you sound pretty ugly to me. So I think this one's going to be kind of amusing. This is definitely one that you can just totally pick through and read random snippets here and there whenever you feel like it, because obviously it's not really fiction and it's not like it has a narrative thread running through it. This is definitely an interesting one. So those are all of the books that I received in the month of September. A nice juicy haul this month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear your thoughts about any of the books that I did talk about down in the comment section below. Anything that you would definitely recommend I pick up first, I would love to hear it. So yeah, I guess I will talk to you guys later. Bye!